Ouch.
Oh, you're right.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the biggest blunders on this ice skating competition show.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 20. Bez's blunders. When Mark Barrie, aka Bezs of the Happy Mondays, had his chance to star in Dancing on Ice, he seemingly had one mission: to smash his head in every chance he could get.
Good job.
The mascot of the famous band had a bit of a rough go of it, crashing multiple times during both practice and live performances. Regardless, the viewing public cheered him on week after week, and it seems the production staff must have been fond of him too.
You are the only person we've ever had to send out on the ice with a crash helmet on.
We assume that because they were so keen on keeping him safe, they made him wear a melon helmet to protect his, well, melon. Number 19. Beresford Botch. Considering he was the 8th elimination of Series 10, weatherman Alex Beresford had a pretty good run on the show back in 2018. But there's one mishap that left a permanent mark on his overall performance. During his dance to Luck Be a Lady, Beresford attempted to pull his partner Brianne Delcourt under his legs, but it ended in disaster. It took him a long time to recover from the fall, and he struggled to get back into the groove of things, obviously having it weigh on his mind. It's no surprise that the judges laid into him, but he had a laundry list of excuses at the ready.
I cut my finger open.
Oh, gosh.
I sprained my thumb during the group routine.
He's a mess.
Yeah.
Number 18. Bucannon gets bladed. Sometimes it's the professionals who get the worst of a dance routine. Cooperation is the key to success in this dancing competition, and Rebecca Vardy certainly left an impression on her professional partner, Andy Buchanan, an impression on his face, that is. While practicing for an upcoming performance, Andy attempted to flip Vardy over and was met with the edge of her blade.
It's part of the game. We do dangerous stuff. Oh man.
According to Andy, the mistake gave him a permanent scar on his face. Surprisingly, this isn't the only time this has happened, but more on that later. Number 17. Naughty Naughty. You always have to be careful on live TV. Absolutely anything could happen. Well, Holly learned that the hard way in the 2024 series when she and co-host Stephen Mulhern were introducing the next movie-inspired dance. While Holly was mid-sentence, Mulhern thought it'd be a great idea to frighten her, and something slipped out.
Hoping to give their opponents the fright of their lives. Damn! It's Roxy and Sylvan.
Unsurprisingly, Holly was made to apologise for the foul language that came out of her mouth.
Stephen may have made me jump, and I think it might have sounded like a naughty word slipped out. I don't think I did, but I'm sorry if that's what you thought you might have heard.
But really, can you blame her?
And it's your fault being so naughty.
I get the blame for everything at the moment. I know.
Number 16. Cheggers checks out. So as we've seen, injuries are an inevitable part of being on the show, but it's not often that someone gets hurt before they can even make it to the show's first episode. This late television host managed to do just that on day 1 of practice back in 2011.
What's your topic? Are you okay?
He took a fall that left him with a broken shoulder and cracked ribs. We were only privy to the footage after he took another stab at the show in 2013. After a horrific injury like that, we're surprised he'd want to go anywhere near the ice ever again. Number 15. Wrong direction. Let's take a quick break from the tumbles and broken bones to look at something that happened behind the scenes. Back in 2012, when the lads of One Direction appeared on the show, they sent their fans into an uproar. As such, some of their worshippers snuck backstage in an attempt to find the boy band's dressing room, only it didn't quite go as they planned. As the story goes, instead of finding the 1D boys, they ended up in the locker room of former X Factor star Chico, who was a contestant on the show that year. Unsurprisingly, they were quite disappointed, and Chico was deeply confused as to what was going on. Number 14. Connor drops the ball. Oftentimes, botches can look a lot less scary than they actually are. During a very impressive performance, musician Connor Ball attempted to lift his partner using mops. Unfortunately, he couldn't pull it off, and the two plummeted to the ground. Standard tumble, right? Well, no. During the fall, Ball's leg was actually cut open by his partner's skates.
First of all, are you okay?
I don't know what. I don't want to look what's going on under here right now, but
it is bleeding.
I'll check after.
It's incredible that he was able to continue his performance. Ball later shared a photo online showing the extent of this grisly injury. Number 13. Ashley, I say, Ashley.
Skating to House of Fun for a place on Dancing on Ice 2011. It's Stephen Arnold and Nina Ulanova.
You just can't talk about Dancing on Ice fails without bringing up the horrendous performance of one Stephen Arnold. In the words of Jason Gardner, he was a natural disaster. That's right, this performance stands tall as the lowest scoring dance in the history of the show.
Here's the first set of marks. Remember, out of 10, Jason 2, Robin 3, Emma 2, that gives him 7.
What can you expect from a bloke who's used to cobbles beneath his feet instead, though? Number 12. Pasquali plummets.
I don't want to be the joke element of this show.
You're not.
It was week 2, and comedian Joe Pasquali had barely made a small amount of progress with his skating ability. He played to his strengths, leaning more into his comedic personality, with a routine that, while incredibly stiff and technically undemanding, was at least serviceable. But Pasquali fell at the final hurdle, somewhat literally. Upon exiting the rink to climb the podium, he had an epic slip-up that left him red-faced. The judges weren't shy about their criticism, awarding him with some brutal scores and even more brutal words.
Everything looked like you were on the brink of falling over, and actually you did, so that was good.
Number 11. Pamela's wardrobe malfunction.
Gonna kill it.
Bring your A game.
Yeah.
Despite the overall positive feedback from the judges, the Baywatch actress found herself in the bottom 2 and facing elimination. During the Save Me skate, she stumbled, which caused a rather unfortunate wardrobe malfunction. But despite the awkward situation, she still soldiers on and finishes the routine. As you can probably imagine, it didn't go unnoticed by the viewers, and it wasn't long until the comments came flying in.
Little bit of a stumble there. What happened there?
My dress fell off.
Did it win?
Even Philip Schofield suggests that perhaps she would have been saved had this happened earlier. She handles the incident so gracefully, but unfortunately, she becomes the first celebrity to be voted out that season. Number 10. Sita rips Andre's trousers. Speaking of wardrobe malfunctions, who could forget the time the celebrity talent show regular, Sita, sabotaged her dance partner's costume back in 2010? While performing a frog lift in the skate-off, she certainly leaves her mark on the competition and her partner by ripping a hole in Andrei Lipinov's trousers. It was a slip, or rip, that ultimately cost her a place in the next round.
My nerves, I've been having nightmares about the frog lift ever since I went back in.
Number 9. Vanilla Ice bangs his head. With a name like Vanilla Ice, you'd have thought the former rapper would have been a natural on the show. And in fairness, he acquitted himself quite well in the competition, surviving until week 6 before he was finally knocked out. But his stint in the series also featured this painful tumble during training.
I felt like I got hit by Mike Tyson or something.
And the rapper certainly wasn't downplaying his injury. His head wound needed stitches, and he suffered a concussion. But on the plus side, at least there was plenty of ice on hand to treat the swelling.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying the heck out of it. You know, ice skating is rock star now.
Number 8. Todd Cartys' unscripted exit. Former EastEnders star Carty was once called the John Sargent of Dancing on Ice after he continued to survive on the show despite receiving consistently poor scores from the judges. But he also gave us what Philip Schofield says is his favourite ever moment from the competition, when the actor skidded down a tunnel and left his partner to finish their routine alone. Come back, Todd, you hadn't even been voted off yet. He may not quite be the next Christopher Dean, but there's no denying how much he entertained the audience.
All the things I've done in my lifetime, I think I'm going to be remembered more for that.
Number 7. Jennifer Ellison kicks herself.
It's Jennifer Ellison and Daniel Whiston.
In the 2012 series, Jennifer Ellison picked up various injuries, including cracking a rib and gouging open her own leg with her own skate. Most memorably though, she was left red-faced and red-haired when she accidentally cut her scalp while carrying out a scorpion kick. It might not immediately look serious, but the former Brookside actress later claimed the impact was like being hit with a brick. Amusingly, Ellison had previously said in an interview that she sometimes wanted to kick herself when she watched back her performances. So be careful what you wish for.
Well, she was the only one whose score dipped last week, down from 18 previously to 17.
Number 6. The tuck jump. Many sports people have featured on Dancing on Ice, with varying degrees of success, and tennis star Greg Rusedski took his turn in 2008. He finished in a creditable 5th place, earning modest praise from the judges alongside partner Kristina Lenko. Unfortunately though, Rusedski will best be remembered for a routine so terrible it even got the Harry Hill treatment.
Calm down, Greg! Calm down! Do not get fall over!
And in week 8, he was booted off the show following a performance featuring a table and broom that left Jason Gardner comparing him to a furniture removal van. Maybe stick to tennis, Greg. Number 5. The Gemma Collins Saga. It can seem as though wherever Gemma Collins goes, controversy follows. Behind the scenes of the 2019 show, for example, were rumours of her quitting and accusations of diva behaviour, with even Holly and Phil questioning the former Towie star's work ethic.
I think that there has to be a little bit of professionalism that comes into any work you do, just a bit of pride in your work.
After a lacklustre performance on the live show in week 3, Collins responded to criticism from Jason Gardner with some insults of her own.
Can I just say one thing? Maybe if you didn't sell stories on me, I wouldn't have been so upset this week.
With neither side backing down, this particular quarrel escalated further than most, with Jason even threatening legal action. And, of course, next came Collins' Week 4 Wipeout, choreographed to a Celine Dion soundtrack. Whenever Gemma's around, it's anything but boring.
I'm talking about your performance, darling.
Next.
You know that...
Number 4. Sebastian Fukan's breakdown.
Oh, mate, come on.
It's a tough night.
Come on. Let's hear what the judges have got to say.
The 2012 series brought a change to the competition's format, with the bottom 3 celebrities having to perform a solo skills routine. Enter freerunner Sebastian Fukan, who starts off well, but when the time comes to perform a spin, he forgets his steps and ends up skating aimlessly around the rink until the music stops.
He's lost it. Oh, how disappointing.
Still, at least he gets his pose at the end right. Afterwards, Fukan breaks down in tears and is equally upset when he's voted off the show. He really should have seen that verdict coming.
Look at the state of this.
I know.
Look what we've
So
done.
sad.
Number 3, Georgie Porters' flailing skate.
I trust Matt, and I know that he'll look after me up there.
Like we mentioned earlier, we've seen plenty of examples of celebrities hurting themselves, but sometimes they hurt their partners too. Like in 2012, when Hollyoaks actress Georgie Porter bungled a dangerous maneuver and cut Matt Evers' face during a rehearsal. In case you were in any doubt as to the seriousness of the injury, the show provided pictures from the hospital of Evers being stitched up. He still managed to perform in the live show the following weekend though, albeit looking a little bit worse for wear.
Maybe we should call Georgie Voldemort, because like Harry Potter, Matt could be scarred for life on the forehead.
Number 2, David Seaman's drops. David may have had a safe pair of hands as a goalkeeper, well, most of the time, but his handling skills on the ice left a lot to be desired. First, he took the so-called headbanger move too literally when he dropped his dance partner on her chin during a dress rehearsal. Then, on a subsequent live show, he dropped his replacement partner as well, and took a tumble himself to make things even worse. Next time this goalie dances, perhaps he should wear his goalkeeping gloves just to be safe.
With Natalia, and that's a big fall.
Number 1, Una King's trip.
Jason Gardner.
3.5.
Politicians and glitzy showbiz simply do not mix, as former Labour MP Una King proved during a disastrous stint on Series 8. Her performances were regularly criticised by the judges, with Jason Gardner, who else, being especially scathing.
Baroness, you certainly live up to your title, because that duel was barren of any attack, or any oomph, or any conviction. It's like you gave up.
But King was undoubtedly her own worst enemy, once tripping her partner before their routine had even started, and leaving Mark Hanretty with a dislocated shoulder. After being booted off the show, King said she had loved learning how to skate, but we're guessing Hanretty didn't enjoy the experience quite so much.
Please welcome back to the ice, Una King and Mark Hanretty.
Who do you think is the worst contestant in Dancing on Ice history? Let us know in the comments below.
I swear this is going to be the first dance I really enjoy. I'm so up for it. And it's like, oh my God, he's about to die.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.